You're listening to the Elevated News Podcast with two dope dudes. Here are your hosts, Dave and Aaron. Welcome to the Elevated News Podcast with two dope dudes. That's us. I'm Aaron.
I'm Dave.
Yeah, what's going on? We're a podcast focused on discussing local and national cannabis news and culture and education. Why not, right?
Anything to help make this plant in the proper light.
Yeah, if we can help you navigate what's going on in Illinois and navigate the laws as to what you can and can't do, then we're being helpful in doing our job. So
also, let me just help you with the plant.
Yeah, and the plant too.
I'll help you ingest it. He'll help you grow it. Hope you're enjoying the show.
Hell yeah. So
I was trying to rhyme. It didn't really fucking work. No,
it's okay. I'll stick some sick beats behind it.
Sweet.
We'll make it sound great. Oh yeah. So yeah, it's what is it? November 27th, right after Thanksgiving, right after Dabsgiving, in fact.
Ooh.
If you weren't at Dabsgiving, you missed out yesterday. It was a whole lot of fun. Yeah, shout out to
I was around.
Charlie and Bob and Chicago Canico and everybody for being there. It was fun, dude. I got to see a lot of the homies, a lot of, as Bob calls it, our cannabis cult on Tuesdays. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. How was your Thanksgiving, dude?
Fantastic.
Yeah. What'd you do?
Family stuff, and then took off and went up to Michigan for the weekend. And
Sweet.
it was beautiful.
Yeah.
I hung out in a very populated with the Amish.
Oh, cool.
And they just have like the coolest culture to me. I don't know.
What kind? Like shorts and tubers or?
A who?
It's a type of Amish. It's a
Yoder.
sect of the Yoders. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
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 So mostly no electricity then.
Mostly
Very
no.
very little, but they have rubber on their tires, correct?
They sure did have working headlights.
Yep.
And it flashing. I don't know. It was wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. Supposedly the locals all talked about this fella who has the stereo system hooked up to his thing, and he's literally got like LED lights and stuff, and he's like pretty much a driving party. I didn't get to see him.
That's
I tried.
awesome.
Sat at the end of the driveway for a little
Hopefully
bit.
he's does like an Uber thing. That'd be really smart if he did like an Uber thing. I don't know. You would need like carrier pigeons or something to like reach them. Like you would have to like carry a carrier. And,
Yeah. No, it was incredible food and incredible company and beautiful
good
scenery.
Amish pie.
I did actually.
Nice.
Some donuts.
I know
that
you
were amazing.
Yeah.
A bunch of meat and cheese.
That's awesome, dude.
It was. I had a great time.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah. How was your Thanksgiving?
Dude, it was great. The girls and I went to my sister's house in the Quad Cities and hung out with my mom and my niece and my nephew.
Shout out to mom.
Yeah, shout out to mom. My stepdad got COVID, so he couldn't come.
Ugh.
My aunt and cousin were there. It was cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this is my favorite holiday, honestly, of all of them, because it seems the least consumerism, you know?
I was talking to Chris Friday when we did the live stream for Crop Culture. Shout out to the people who won the giveaways.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was fun. And he said that he went out on Friday, him and his family, and he said it was just like any normal Friday. He said it wasn't really anything. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe the consumerism is chilling out a little bit.
Well, and that's, I mean, they definitely, with the Black Friday and the Blackout Wednesday and the
Green
whatever.
Friday.
Oh, Green Friday. Yeah, they've tried, and it works. I mean, people are getting hyped. But did Jeff Bezos kind of won that, actually?
I don't know. I feel like anymore, there's really not much that is ever really goes on sale like it used to. And
Right. That's
You
Jeff
know.
Bezos is winning it because everybody
Yeah.
will just buy it online and have it shipped to their house.
I mean, it is very convenient.
yeah,
It's very convenient.
he's done a really good job of like making flash sales or lightning is what he calls them. Lightning sales, man. Because then you're like, need to get in on it.
Yeah.
Hurry up. And people are refreshing their damn pages trying to get into the lightning, you know?
I guess.
No, yeah, it's legit. People spend a lot of money on that there, Bezos.
Hey, man. I mean,
Thanks for convenience.
I'm a fan of Amazon.
I spend it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fan
got
of
'em.
Amazon.
I'll show you my recent purchases if you'd like to see some good stuff.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Bamboo sheets.
Bamboo sheets.
Recommended to everybody.
Really? How do they compare to like Egyptian cotton?
I'm not familiar with the Egyptian cotton, but cotton
Egyptian
seems to
cotton,
be
son.
quite.
You know.
Yeah, it's not as breathable for your man.
Oh, okay.
I can be quite hot in the evening, you know. Bamboo sheets did it right.
That's cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
You want to do plugs? Get them out of the way.
Let's do it.
Yeah. You can find us, the Elevated News Podcast, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all your other favorite streaming platforms and podcast apps. The at Two Dope Dudes YouTube channel. Please give us a like and leave a review. This helps us reach more people. Appreciate you. And you can always find us on supportdopepeople.com, along with links to our other pods and free stickers, just by providing your email and address and signing up for the newsletter. You can always email us, twodopedudespodcast@gmail.com, for all your questions or things you'd like us to talk about. And then also, I'm Aaron.
And I'm Dave, and we're the Two Dope Dudes. We're here to tell you about the Crop Culture Box, where you get a curated selection of quality grow items and seeds to help you plant with a purpose.
Use our code 2DOPEDUDES for $10 off any box, $100 or more for new customers. Get the Goat Holiday Box and check out their selection of seeds too.
That's cropculture.net. Use the code 2DOPEDUDES.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Did a really incredible job there.
Yeah.
Mad love to Chris over there at Crop Culture. Love you, bud.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
our buddy, MrCBDChicago.com.
Yep.
Use the code 2DOPEDUDES for 10% off. Mr. CBD has all of your CBD needs, a little bit of everything, honestly. Check him out. He does actually carry some great products. Love that guy.
And he's always getting new stuff.
He's
always
super
finding new stuff.
He is super worth checking out.
Yeah.
Of the places to find you some CBD,
Yeah.
the man has some reputable ties. So absolutely check out MrCBDChicago.com. Use your code 2DOPEDUDES. Get you some cash off.
Heck yeah.
Also, if you don't mind, you can check me out. And Thursday evenings, Peace, Love, and Cope on YouTube. I'm streaming Thursday evenings from about 8 p.m. until when we're done.
Central time.
Central time. There's been some every other week thing going on here because of like vacations. I had the other podcast I sat in on.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You gotta tell me how that went. Was that good?
Awesome. Oh my God.
Shout out Scott Stokely.
Yeah, Scott Stokely is one of the coolest. If you disc golf or don't disc golf and you'd like to get into it, the Scott Stokely method of disc golf is a very basic, beginner-friendly, and fun way to learn how to actually throw a disc without hurting yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Don't hurt yourself.
Don't hurt yourself. But yeah, it was incredible. Had such a good time.
That's awesome. Yeah, so you'll be back soon. Plus Thanksgiving was last week, and then, this last week. You didn't.
Last week didn't do it.
Yeah, didn't do it.
Yep, every other week. This week I'll be back, and then we might be 2 weeks before I got to take another break again. Thursdays, it's weird how everybody else does things on Thursdays as well.
Yeah.
I was like, man, people swacking my style.
I know.
I was a Thursday guy for the longest time. Now everybody's like, it's a good night. We should do it.
It is.
It is a good night.
It's a great night.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's get into the show. I got Support Dope People, 5 questions with Kelly Burke of Kiff Care. Question number 1, who are you?
I'm Kelly Burke.
And Kelly, what do you do?
I am a founder of a hemp company named Kiff Cure, which is an industrial hemp company.
That's awesome. And who in this space do you think is doing dope things right now?
I know a lot of people that are doing dope things, so that's a great question. Mark Kunicki with Mr. CBD, he's doing pretty dope things. I'm a big fan of all of the efforts that Rachel Berry is putting out at the moment. And then we have some really awesome farmers like Mike Baines, who's been a strategic partner of ours. Oh my gosh, the list could go on and on.
Yeah, there's always a big list. What kind of things in your space are dope to you right now?
I think what's really dope to me right now is watching all the innovation around industrial hemp fiber. There's the inner portion of the hemp stalk called hurd, and that hurd can be used for bioplastics and paper, and just understanding how big certain kind of material science industries are. There's just so many possibilities and exits, and it's getting into concrete material for building and for insulation, and just the pure amount of exits possible for industrial hemp is just crazy. So that's super dope to me.
That's awesome. And how can we support you, Kelly?
You can support me by
Kifcure.com.
kifcure.com, and reaching out. We also have our farmer informational series going on, as well as I have an event space named Emerald Acres, where we have hemp, and we're just a friendly place where you can learn more about all of the things that kind of hemp and cannabis are all about. So
Yeah, and come out here on Thursdays and have a seat at the bar.
yeah, seat at the bar, live entertainment. We'll be having a good time, and it's a perfect place to sort of unpack more information about all of it.
Thank you for your time, Kelly.
Thank you.
Easy, right?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They are great people. She is an incredible human and doing very cool things.
Yeah.
And I greatly respect that we aren't just looking at the plant for its flowering portion. And it's
Right.
actually it's beautiful that every part of this plant gets to be used as
I love their hemp straws.
yeah.
Dude, I'm wild about those hemp straws.
Yeah.
They're way better than the paper straws. They're super durable. And I have this idea where you can cut them up and use them as like filters for joints and shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thinking outside the box, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I when you say straws in the cannabis industry, I actually start to think about suppository molds. Quite honestly, yeah, is
You're actually not wrong. That's probably a good idea.
incredible. No, if you definitely are capable of making it, and I think it's like I don't know what it is, cocoa butter and a couple of other things that you put into the mixture, cannabis oil itself, and
Sure.
then yeah, you just kind of boil them together, double boil them together, so that you're not cooking the shit out of the stuff, and then just funnel it into a straw and cut it up. You know what I mean? Give
Dang.
you some. Hey,
Homemade suppositories. You do literally learn something every day.
bro. Yeah.
I mean, if you need them, you need them. It is
I
what it
promise
is.
you,
I'm not
there's-
talking shit.
No, yeah. No, I wouldn't start talking about it if I didn't mean it in a seriousness.
No, I know. Well, that's not true.
Well, yeah.
I've heard you say some ridiculous
some
things.
goofy ass shit.
I've
yeah.
heard you say some goofy
When it
stuff.
comes to cannabis, though, and
That's-
using it,
yeah, we don't
especially yeah.
typically mess around too much.
No, I'm not into butt drugs.
No.
No, I just if you need to
Yeah.
do whatever you need to do,
Yeah.
yeah.
You got to get some relief sometimes.
I'm being very serious though. That
100%,
shit,
yeah,
I saw some incredible things
I
happen for
actually,
some people from.
I actually found out that my uncle has colon or prostate cancer, and it apparently had surgery last year, and it like went in like integrated into his colon. So like I think
Suppositories are the way.
yeah, you know what I mean. Like so shout out to anybody who's going through anything like that. You know,
No, I mean,
it's a direct
irritable bowel
vessel.
syndrome,
Yeah.
Crohn's, colitis,
Yeah.
anything to do with intestinal, lower intestinal. Even then, for female situations too, it's a very viable
Yeah.
medication, and hey, I'm just saying, there's so many uses for the thing,
Yeah.
and people are like, yeah, exit only. I'm like, yeah, okay, unless you're sick, man.
Yeah, unless you're
Then-
sick.
And then not only that, the amount of people that I watch get relief at a point where they couldn't ingest cannabis in any other method except for to, you know, yeah, I mean, yeah, and it's way more accepted in like the Europes and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say it's okay. They do a lot more suppositorian.
I mean, it's a whole mucous membrane that's, you know, pretty much directly open to your, you know, your blood, your blood vessels. So like obviously it's gonna hit you quicker, and it's, you know, more surface area quicker. Yeah. It's all good.
You know,
right? Like,
I'm just
that's
saying.
just common sense to me.
I'm just saying, yeah, whatever
Yeah.
you need to do.
Yeah, whatever you gotta do.
I'm more than happy to help you.
Honestly.
I'm not scared to talk about it. I gingerly choose my words whilst it's going out into the public.
Yeah, but but that's why we're being serious about it. Like, I mean, there's a lot of different ways, and you have to understand your methods of ingestion. It's like the number one thing that you need to understand if you're consuming cannabis.
And know that it spans more than smoking and eating it.
Yeah.
Which is the only, everybody else is like, well, how else would you do it?
Well, there's
Topically
or sublingual or, you know,
rectally.
Rectally, you could put it in your belly button.
Pashadi.
Yeah, Pashadi. My wife, honestly, I showed her the Pashadi method because you showed me the Pashadi method.
Right.
And she uses the PTS oil.
Yeah,
And
that's the one.
she absolutely loves it because she gets stomach problems sometimes. And, you know.
I promise you, it's a really cool thing to get relief from something. And
I mean, that's like as a baby, like that's where you get all your nutrients is through the Pashadi method is when you put something in your belly button topically, correct?
correct.
Yeah. So you can use like the PTS oil. And if you have a stomach ache or, you know, whatever.
PTS body oil sold at local dispensaries in Illinois.
We don't have
Probably
a promo code for them.
No, we don't.
It is Cyber Monday though. So I'm betting there's some deals.
I would imagine so. And yeah, no, I call it Frank's Red Hots. You guys might have heard me say it before, but I'll put that shit on everything. If you can point at it and say, oh, this shit does the kapow, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a spokesperson for them. I'm just telling you it's like one of the best products out there.
But you take it and you take a drop or two and you put it on your belly button and like as a baby, like that's where you get all your nutrients from. And so since it's a topical, obviously it's gonna, you know, you're gonna ingest it.
Facts.
And that's a great spot to like go to the rest of your stomach. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 2 million nerve endings.
Yeah.
Directly behind your belly button. You know, it directly links into your ocular system, which allows for reduction of like ocular pressure. Anybody who actually has glaucoma,
Yeah.
or I mean, it's you know, there's a bunch of really cool things that can happen. People just don't know. So, you know, ask away. Like I said, I'm more than happy to help you.
Yeah. Dave's really good at that.
I know some things.
You do know some things.
Yep.
Yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Shout out to, you know, Prashadi. I thought he was an opera singer.
Only on the weekends.
Only on the weekends?
Yeah. Well, he pays better on the weekends. Plus, during the week, he's trying to get in that belly button.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Prashadi was an opera singer, how would he sing?
In that belly button. Like
In
that.
that belly button.
Yeah. Like that.
Okay.
Yep.
I had to be kind of goofy. I mean, we waited until the very end to just be goofy about it.
You know?
But we're still being respectful. You know? Look at this. Two Dope Dudes, episode 20. The dudes say goodbye to Sober October.
Yep.
We got a couple comments. Look at that.
Gare Bear.
Let's go.
Gare. I love this guy. Giggity cannabis. All right. Yeah.
Two Dope Dudes are awesome. Thank you for what you do. Cheers. Yeah. Shout out to Gary.
Gary is one of the coolest.
He's a homie from the Thursday stream.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Great disc golfer.
Oh,
Even better
bro.
belt mechanic.
Oh, belt mechanic.
Yeah, you like that?
Oh shit, we had such a good time. We were on the second hole, Gary. I went to Kentucky to visit our friend Gary, and
Because he was following Ween.
we were hanging out for the day, and we went disc golfing. And on the, I believe it might even been the first hole, but maybe on the second hole, his belt like popped. It was done. It was done forever.
over.
Yeah. He's like, I don't know, man. He was like, old saggy pants, just.
Oh, Gary Cornett, the belt mechanic.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gary, you're awesome. Thanks for listening, dude. Heisenterp Brothers on Instagram. I want to shout them out real quick because they came up to me yesterday, and they are a listener of the podcast.
Sweet.
And I just want to say, dude has some great terps, great cannabis. And,
Nice.
yeah, so I just wanted to make sure and say that so you knew too, because you don't always get all the cool compliments because
No.
we don't get to hang out as much as we used to.
No, I know.
But it's okay.
Yeah. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm very happy in my life right now. There will be things coming in the pipeline trying to, get it back to where I can hang out more, maybe.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good in the hood. I'm just saying, I want to make sure that you get the good feedback because
Appreciate that.
yeah, dude.
There are some really cool people actually that listen to this thing.
Yeah.
I was talking to Charlie on Tuesday. Fucking love Charlie. He's such a, he gets it, you
Yeah.
know?
He's Illinois cannabis culture.
Yeah.
That man is the future of Illinois cannabis culture, and he's not going away.
Yeah. I absolutely love that dude. And, no, I don't know. He was saying some really cool things about listening in, and the compliments are super appreciated. Does help us both get back in here and keep doing it. We both desperately want to do it. We both love this thing. So
Yeah, it's always great to get feedback, and just we appreciate when people listen,
yeah,
and all the people that help, like tangentially as well. The people that help, that do the graphics, that help write stuff, that listen, that
yeah,
very much appreciated.
it's huge. That's a great comment. In my head, there's a dispensary job title: Manager of Destruction.
And that just sounds amazing.
Manager of Destruction. It's got to be it's got to be said like that, I think.
Yeah.
But honestly,
Somebody could probably make the case to get that job title just to not quit.
I don't know how much they're destroying anymore. Back when I got to the point, we did everything in our power to make it so that we did not have to destroy cannabis at all. It was just too sad of a process for me. So
Yeah, pouring bleach and 3 times the amount of dirt,
ground dirt,
ground dirt.
ground up dirt. I laughed all the time. I was like, this seems like an
not
excessive
cocaine.
amount of overkill.
Yeah, this is not cocaine.
Yeah.
They're not. You're not looking for a rock in the
Fiends are
fucking
gonna-
in the carpet or something. Jesus, nobody's
Yeah.
gonna dig through this.
Yeah, well,
Just make better cannabis.
ooh,
I was talking to some people at Dab's Giving yesterday, and man, people hate the Illinois market. It sucks so bad.
I'm telling you, it was
sucks
like
so bad.
it's like Walmart competing against Kmart, competing against Target, competing against Meijer, right? Like it's just what's
Well, Meijer's a grocery store.
don't fucking do it.
I know.
They're all the same.
I know.
They're all literally the damn same. And everybody said no, Target's more upscale. No, Target just charges you more.
Yeah.
Fucking, ain't none of them fucking better than the other one. They all got the shit. They all deal with the same fucking companies to buy shit. And yeah, that's
I've dealt
literally what the Illinois cannabis market is too. It's just a bunch of big ass monster stores.
Yep.
And we don't think much of it because it's all we know, but literally go into other markets and see how these places are. It's
Shout out to Michigan.
I
We're
was
the
just
only
there.
ones doing it right.
I did pick up some stuff while I was in
Yeah.
Michigan. Bro,
Should
I
have
was
told me the Kiva stuff is or archive.
Kiva's
Or
all
not,
right too.
yeah, it wasn't Kiva. It was like Archive.
Okay.
RKIV
Okay.
is like that's some stuff that Bob turned me on to. That's real good.
Nice.
Real good.
Bro, there's so many damn dispensaries up there.
Yep.
There's so many damn dispensaries
It's
up
cheaper
there.
on the east side of Michigan than it is on the west side. I was seeing that you could get like
Detroit's
yeah,
there.
like $8 eighths out there.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot what it was. I'm gonna probably bring up some crazy statistics or something here, but
55.
there was something like, I don't know, man. I might be crazy. Maybe 200,000 registered caregivers, which the caregivers were the people that could like sell the cannabis into other like cultivation and dispensaries and shit. Like they could sell their excess into it. And then Michigan was like, no, you can't do that. But there were so many of them that were doing it that they like maybe won for a little bit. I don't know what the situation is anymore, but yeah, on top of all of the actual licensed cultivation centers, they have a militia of 200,000 growers or something. That it's the coolest. I think they've done a lot of things really right. I think they have done some things really wild too.
Yeah.
But it's, they've got more of a free market than most any of the other places that I've seen around,
I mean, but I also know some people who are up in Michigan and
struggling.
I mean, they're struggling.
Well,
I mean,
dude,
we have some caregiver friends in that are down here that go up to Michigan, to work, and they're down here.
Yeah.
So like, it can't be that good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, listen, I'm all into just grow some good cannabis.
Yeah, grow some good cannabis. I smelled some really good cannabis yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I smelled some good cannabis from Chris the other night. We identified some smells.
Nice.
I smelled some stuff that was like sun-dried tomatoes and like raw onions and diaper stink. It was
nice.
Yeah, I like it.
Nice. I into all of the different profiles.
Hey, so we got a news story here from Illinois News Joint.
Oh.
And Illinois University students create cannabis clubs. This reads, we believe incorporating academia into the cannabis community is one of the best ways to help normalize the plant. True. This not only includes faculty, administration, and cannabis horticulture courses, but also students. One positive trend in academia in Illinois is the creation of registered student organizations for cannabis clubs.
Wow. RSO.
Yeah, RSO.
Wow. Way to go, kids.
Yeah.
I like this so much more. Let's rechange RSO from Rick Simpson Oil to registered student organizations. Sweet.
For example, the University of Illinois has its first official cannabis-related RSO, the Hemp Club.
It's so fire.
Students at Western Illinois University have created the WIU Cannabis Club, and students at Illinois State University have created Cannabis Club Redbirds.
I am for all of that.
Yeah.
This is really cool.
Jacqueline Haim, Cannabis Club Redbirds president, founded the RSO in December 2022 because she wanted the same type of opportunities that other agriculture students had within the department, such as networking and internships, but within the cannabis industry. So Haim found enough like-minded people and 2 advisors to start the club.
Nice.
Cannabis Club Redbirds host weekly open meetings along with a guest speaker, or often with a guest speaker, from 6 to 7 at Moulton Hall, room 210. The club also hosts events including a Halloween bake sale, clean up the trail, and other fundraisers.
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Monday, yours truly will be, that would be Jason Brown, I believe the founder and the editor of Illinois News Joint, will be the Cannabis Club Redbirds guest speaker to discuss how Illinois News Joint fits into the Illinois cannabis industry. The following week, December 4th, Allison Dries from the Craft Cannabis Company and Liven will be the guest speaker.
So
Let's see here. Yeah, that's super dope, dude.
I am a fan of normalizing the culture.
Yes.
Right. Just getting.
Oh, yeah, you have been talking to Charlie.
Yeah. Yeah. It's. Yeah.
It's
It doesn't. Like the biggest thing for me, I wish that would go away is the difference between medical and recreational. I wish we
Yeah.
would just respect it as using cannabis, regardless of what you use it for. I've said it a bunch of times. I think prolonged use of cannabis is probably all medical use of cannabis at the end of the day. We're all using it to feel comfortable from something. We're relieving anxieties or depressions. We're helping ourselves eat regularly. We're helping ourselves sleep without dreaming. We're doing all kinds of just little nuancy things that cannabis is capable of. And we discredit it as, well, I just do it. It just
Yeah.
is what it is, you know. It's medicine, and you know, regardless if you have to say I use it as medicine or not, it is a medicinal use. And to normalize away from recreational or medical, and there still are plenty of people who recreationally use,
Yeah.
and plenty of people who medically use,
Sure.
and like it would be one or the other, but it's just cannabis use. It's all the same.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to continue to have the medical protections.
100%.
But like
and I think
generally
as far as
the
that goes,
idea between medical and recreational. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I mean, I'm into that. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Well,
But-
it's why we have to, help educate the people.
Yeah,
And that's what we do.
yeah.
Education is really key. So Cannabis Club Redbirds can be found on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, at Cannabis Club Redbirds, GroupMe, and X, or Twitter. The University of Illinois Hemp Club can be found on Instagram, UIUC, the Hemp Club, and the WIU Cannabis Club can be found on Instagram, WIU Cannabis Club. I'll make sure to follow those people. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
That's sweet. Yeah, go read the rest of the article at Illinois News Joint. We don't want to read the whole thing. We want you to go there and also read it and, click on their links and their sponsors and stuff because they're the premier resource for Illinois cannabis industry. And that's probably, I think that's probably 100% true. They're the only,
yeah,
they're the only ones like that actual talk about like medical stuff. And you can go there. They have a lot of reviews. If you're going to go and buy something from the dispensary, Michael Lasley has a lot of great reviews on the products you can find, like fudge brownie mix or cannabis infused from Westtown Bakery, orange sunset pods. I mean, they're doing good work. Love those people. Yeah.
Yeah, keep it up.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan. I have been since they've been doing their thing.
for sure. Here's the next one. I thought this was interesting. USDA is giving some farmers an ultimatum: grow hemp or marijuana.
Hell of an ultimatum.
Yeah. I didn't write it.
Yeah, no.
Okay. I didn't
That's
write
Politico.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Politico.
Yeah, you're there.
So, grow hemp or marijuana. Same thing. Anyway, American farmers seized the opportunity to grow hemp after it was legalized in the 2018 Farm Bill, hoping the potentially lucrative crop could keep their businesses afloat. But now the U.S. Department of Agriculture is revoking hemp licenses for some farmers who have also chosen, in states where it's legal, to grow hemp's federally illegal cousin, marijuana.
Whoa, that's the ultimatum. Never mind.
okay.
That's fucked up. Why? Why?
Is it, or is it like THCA marijuana or THCA hemp?
No, I mean THCA is THCA. Once it's just the abundance of
I
which
know.
they need to take from the plant to get the thing, right? Like it's just sifted shit. It's sprinkled stuff, and if it's from the plant naturally, and we call it THCA, it's fucking weed, man. It's fucking marijuana.
Well, it's not classified as such.
Yeah, because they've extracted the THCA from another plant and then put it onto this plant, or that's the it is. I don't know how dancing around.
Are you talking about like THCA additives? Or are you talking about like actual THCA flower? Because
THCA is fucking all flower. It's
Right.
all marijuana.
Yeah.
It's every bit of cannabis grows THCA. It doesn't grow THC. THC is burnt off of THCA. THCA
Right.
is the acid form of
correct.
tetrahydrocannabinol, right?
Yeah.
And once the acid is dropped because of fire, then it becomes THC. So
Correct.
anything that has THCA on it is fucking, it's just cannabis. The way that some hemp processes have gotten away from or been able to extract THCA out of their product is because that plant still grows 0.03% by volume. So once you extract all the THCA off of all of those plants, now you have a product that you can use to enhance other products with. And that's how we are getting THCA cannabis or hemp.
Right.
Right. So that's
That's what I was asking which one you were talking about.
yeah. Regardless, and that's the thing is, it's regardless. It's the same thing. It's like saying
I'm just saying
Kleenexes or tissues and
Sure,
yeah.
100%. But that's not how the state classifies it.
Well, and that's what I'm telling
Right.
you is that.
So that's my question. Are they growing? Sure, they're growing marijuana, or are they growing? I mean, what do they mean by marijuana? Is what I'm asking, because
They've got to mean full blown licensed
You think so?
THC sales.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, the hemp industry still gets away with growing THCA, but it's which is just the precursor to
so
THC.
what
They're all
it's
the
saying
same.
is that they're taking away the hemp licenses for farmers who are also growing marijuana.
Correct. Somebody who's gotten licensed in the actual legal market
Yes.
cannot also hold a hemp license,
Okay.
which is weird. I don't know why
Yeah,
you would
why?
take one away. My guesstimation is they're making too much money.
Dang those farmers! You can't be making money.
Yeah, we ain't into that.
Yeah, we're not into that. So Sam says he is a cannabis farmer in Vermont. It's definitely a huge blow to our business. He had separate licenses to grow both marijuana and hemp before the USDA rescinded the latter earlier this year. He estimates he'll lose at least $250,000 in revenue due to license revocation.
Ugh.
The inconsistency between federal and state interpretations of the 2018 Farm Bill reflects the larger challenges hemp and marijuana farmers face in an emerging market where two nearly identical agricultural products have very different legal statuses. Even though more than half of Americans now live in a state where adults can legally possess weed, and 70% of Americans support marijuana legalization, under federal law, it continues to be classified as a highly dangerous drug with no medical applications, the same as heroin. Yeah, it's Schedule 1. Hemp industry officials complain the lack of legal and regulatory clarity from the federal government has scared off retailers from selling hemp-derived products and tanked the price of the crop. True. You should talk to Kelly about how much, hemp's going to be available next year.
Oh, I could only imagine.
You'd be really surprised.
Really?
Yeah. You should, honestly, next time you see her, ask her. She'll tell you a story. That's led farmers to dramatically reduce cultivation levels. In 2019, farmers planted 275,000 acres of hemp, but that just plummeted to 21,000 acres last year, according to hemp benchmarks. Do you remember that I told you? Do
Holy
you remember
shit.
like a month ago when I told you next year there's going to be none?
Holy
There's
shit.
going to be none. Yeah. USDA's moves to rescind hemp licenses is further roiling the market. It's just another example of the absurdity of keeping a substance for which now 55% of Americans live in a jurisdiction where it's legal, federally illegal, said Tim Byron Fair, who founded the law firm Vermont Cannabis Solutions. It's insane. It is insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Sam is just one of many farmers in at least 2 states, Vermont and Mississippi, who lost their hemp licenses this year after entering their state's regulated marijuana industry, Politico has learned. Another hemp grower in Missouri said USDA informed him in April 2023 that he would lose his hemp license if he applied to participate in the state's newly legal marijuana industry. But in contrast, several state-run hemp programs, which are approved by USDA, have continued to license farmers who also grow marijuana under licenses from their states. USDA declined to answer specific questions about its decision to rescind certain hemp licenses, but a spokesperson said that the issue remains complicated by marijuana's federally illegal status. Thoughts?
I hate when people hide behind laws.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, we clearly understand why you're doing it. You're making too much money from a plant that them cronies can't figure out how to make their money off of it themselves. So,
well, yeah, because I don't think the government wants to lose any market share on taxation of cannabis, period.
One of our top five biggest industries in America, our number one leading export, I believe, is fucking prescription medication, dude. It's the weirdest fucking shit to me. I mean, that might have been a few years back, whatever. I'm taking old stats. There might be new shit, whatever. But we literally fucking destroy monetarily, and I mean destroy, and like they are fucking making way more money than anywhere else in healthcare. And it's this fucking the pharmacy world and the whatever. It's the shit that I get excited about, and everybody gets excited about it to a degree. But like, the only reason it really sucks, it's an unstoppable monster. It's so big. I forgot what the fuck it is. I think it's $500 billion fucking dollars or something like that. I think our healthcare industry is like
sent that to Ukraine just that last year.
Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah. Yep. So, I don't know, man. It's clear that this plant has some serious potential to interrupt the money making of the big powers to be, and that's, I think, the only thing. Whatever that means to whoever it means it to, just know that this fucking plant's great, and everybody knows it.
And everybody knows it, and we're going to keep pushing the culture, and we're going to keep pushing the education. I think that's what we have to do. It's why we do this. You know what I mean?
And then having people like Kelly, who does the hemp thing and then understands that
Mr. CBD.
Yeah, they can use this plant for far more than just consumables. It's not it doesn't always have to be CBD, the miracle thing, the whatever. And though it is, it will always be that. It also can be the next house that you live in. It could be the next thing that insulates your fucking home. It could be the next thing that generates the fucking energy for your fucking house. It's unreal how many. It could be the next clothes that you wear, the next straw that you put into your fucking drink. It's
I kind of want to build
so many things.
A hemp concrete house.
Yeah, have you seen the hemp brick?
Yeah, they just had a month or two ago. I think Mr. CBD was there, and I think Kelly was part of it too. But they had like a 3-day thing on hemp concrete.
Yeah.
Well, a demo and like
the guy that made the I literally think it's called hemp brick or something like that.
Hempcrete.
It's
hempcrete.
The hemp brick though is like this compact square thing. You use it for insulation or something. And this dude took a torch and put it straight into the middle of it, and then put his hand on the back side of it, and he kept the torch just chilling. And then after a few minutes, he pulled it off again, and the thing like just wasn't on fire anymore. And then like he waited a few seconds and then he like touched the front where he was just torching. He's like, this thing's like it's perfect for insulation
Yeah.
and like all kinds of things. And it didn't burn. It doesn't
That's
burn.
awesome.
You know what I mean? So like, yeah, I don't know. Hemp's fucking super dope. And, you know, I mean, even as far back as when, you know, the beginning of America, the British forced Americans to grow hemp. They didn't
Yeah.
give a fuck about your tobacco shit.
Yeah.
Quit that tobacco shit. Nobody cares
Grow
about
hemp.
that. And
It's
they said
fiber.
grow hemp because, yeah, we're making fucking the most badass ropes that ever
Yeah.
existed. Yeah.
Yeah, we got big ships and things.
Yeah. 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 So, hey, anyway, I'm into hemp and I think it's
Yeah.
a very cool thing. And I think that there's probably, you know, I don't know. It's just like why they handcuff anything.
Yeah, why are they? So it goes on to say here they've done this in Mississippi, they've done this in Missouri. You know, it's crazy, dude. I can't believe it. I'm really, I don't know. It's not surprising because the government sucks.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's a long one.
That's a long one. Go to Politico, read that whole thing. I'm not going to read that whole thing.
No.
I just think it's a little crazy.
Yeah,
And I just wanted to highlight that.
hopefully some people opt to get out of the legal cannabis market and stay with the hemp.
Yeah.
I don't know what their regulations are though.
Well, they're not Illinois is not renewing anybody's hemp license. I mean, we'll see what happens here too.
Jesus fucking Louise.
Yep. My understanding that it's valid until when it's valid, but after that, there's not I've heard from a couple of people that they were told they can't renew because they're going to rewrite it or something, change it all up.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, right? Here's a good one. I mentioned this on the last one. This is from Marijuana Moment. St. Louis will lose $500,000 in marijuana tax revenue after failing to submit documents to Missouri officials.
That's hilarious, kind of.
Uh-huh.
What?
So this is by Joe Mueller, the Center Square. Also, you can find this on marijuanamoment.net. The city of St. Louis will lose approximately $500,000 in tax revenue after it failed to submit documents with the Missouri Department of Revenue to collect a voter-approved recreational marijuana tax. I think we talked about this a few episodes ago in terms of they were voting, certain cities and stuff could vote to up the
Increase,
tax.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
It had to do with like whether you were in the city or whether you unincorporated, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
So the city of St. Louis, will lose $500,000 in tax revenue after it failed to submit documents with the Missouri Department of Revenue to collect a voter-approved recreational marijuana tax. City voters approved a 3% tax on recreational marijuana in April. State law would have allowed the city to begin collecting the tax on October 1st if paperwork was filed by June 30th. Bill 139 was passed unanimously by the St. Louis Board of Aldermen last December to ask voters for permission to tax recreational marijuana by 3%. State tax on recreational marijuana was set at 6% when Missouri voters approved the initiative last November. The city wishes to impose an additional sales tax to support efforts for the residents of the city of St. Louis to address historic inequalities, the bill stated. These efforts may include, but are not limited to, funding, access to education, workforce opportunities, and youth engagement. This is absolutely a preventable misstep. Cara Spencer, a Democratic alderwoman who lost to Tashura Jones in last year's mayoral race, told KSDK. I'm hoping that we can get the bottom of it in our budget committee, exactly what happened here, what went wrong, and make sure that we have clearly defined roles in our city departments that can prevent something like this from ever happening again. The mistake will result in a loss of between $480,000 and $600,000 in tax revenue, according to reports by multiple media outlets. The loss is based on estimated sales projected by the city. Nick Dunn, a spokesman for Jones, told the St. Louis Post-Dispatch a city finance employee alerted the mayor's office about the problem on November 13th. We're grateful they told us because we had no idea, Dunn said. The city submitted the proper documents and secured a waiver this week to begin imposing the tax in January, according to the Post-Dispatch report. We are looking at what we can do to more clearly define the lines of responsibility, Dunn said.
Wow.
So we're happy that somebody found it and told us. And we don't have an excuse, but we're going to see whose problem it was.
I'm sure they make enough money in other ways. $500,000 ain't shit to a fucking monster like that.
I mean,
it's big, but
it's big.
What, your fucking city, a few of these officials don't get their fucking bonuses the way that they were supposed to. Fuck off.
Tell us how you really feel, Dave.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I was driving down the fucking highway the other day, and the tolls and shit, and like my brain was like, so if each one of these fucking cars is $10, and dude, I was like, fuck, man, these people are fucking slaying it.
Yeah,
slaying it. But
that thing's so dumb. I don't even want to talk about that stupid story. Fucking marijuana moms and fucking marijuana dad and gotta do this. I just don't even care. It's so stupid. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
I mean, but that's kind of highlights what I was saying earlier, is that like the states don't even view it as, you know, anything other than tax. Moneymaker, and that's all they care about. And they just,
literally, you can fuck up $500,000, and you're like, "Meh, we'll just do better next time." Maybe
it's just St. Louis. It's not like, you know, we're an economic powerhouse or anything, or like our city's super duper nice or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
know.
parts of it
are cool.
Yeah,
outside of it's really cool.
Anywhere outside, no, they got some great disc golf courses.
Gateway's down there, right?
That's a fact.
Dark Ace disc golf down there. They're down that way.
Could be.
You know, I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah, they're cool. I don't mind them.
Yeah,
Arch Rivals down there.
Oh,
yeah.
Ooh,
really good derby team. Shout out them. All my friends over there.
Yeah, I got not a lot to say about St. Louis. My buddy Danger lives there. That's about it.
That's awesome.
Yep. Shit. No, hey, do your job more better.
Mo better.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts? Anything?
Hemp straws are a good use for homemade suppositories.
For sure.
Yeah. If you
I'm betting the fact that you freeze it, that's probably at the time
nice.
it's probably nice. Yeah.
It's nice.
Shout out to that. I was just thinking like that's probably nice.
The amount of uses, and people don't get it. The amount of people that would come into the dispensary, and I would talk to them for a few minutes. They would tell me the issues going on with them. And I go, man, you want the truth? I think you should probably consider using some suppositories. And then the looks I would get, you fucking don't talk to me like that, you know? I'm like,
they probably, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, how many people can go to their doctor and talk about their butt problems? If you got butt problems, go to the doctor.
Yeah. Hey, man, they hear about it all the time. And they're not scared to hear about your butt. You're more conscious of it than they are.
Yeah.
But hey, take a shower, bro. Clean your shit up. I didn't mean to say. Anyway, clean yourself up no matter what.
Schedule your appointment later in the day. Don't schedule it first thing, because you know you might get up and like drink your coffee, and then you know you might have a problem for an hour or two, and then it's like no fun. Schedule for later in the day.
Hey, sounds like you know. I'm just saying.
It's common sense. I don't know. I just made it up on the spot, bro.
That's good. That's good.
I'm just thinking. I'm thinking through. Like I think. I don't know. I do that. I try to put myself in other people's shoes.
Oh.
And shout out to the great Ron Paul. That was his whole thing. Was like, hey, put yourself in their shoes. How would you feel? You know what I mean? And
that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. Like, why do you think people attacked us? Put yourself in their shoes. Blah blah blah. So I think it's really important to, do that. And so I was just doing that. Like, what would
Yeah.
I do?
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, I would try homemade cannabis suppositories.
I would. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think there's any better use for cocoa butter. Would you
No.
say cocoa butter? Because I don't like coconut at all. I
Yeah.
don't like the smell of it.
Really?
I don't like the taste of it. No.
No.
Fuck off coconut.
Oh,
That's my closing thought. Fuck off coconut.
It's so
You can go to hell.
it's so good.
You heard it here first. Coconuts, fuck off.
It's so good for moisturizing.
I honestly use
And
coconut powder in my grow.
it dissolves really well. That's why I use it in suppositories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Doesn't have like a high
Melt.
melt. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's I think it starts melting at a pretty low temp, you know?
Sweet.
Yeah.
As far as like eating coconut though.
Don't
fuck
eat
off,
it with your
coconut.
mouth, eat it with your butt.
No, yeah, no. I'm sure it's good for that. I'm just saying I don't like the taste. I don't like coconut.
Yeah, did you know
What?
that some people have like taste buds in their rectum? This is true
think
story.
I
You
did
can
know-
look
I
it
think
up.
I did know this. I think I have read
don't
this.
click
I was
off the video yet.
I
This
was-
is towards the end anyway.
I
but-
was going to make a joke and then I decided not to. And that's what
I mean,
the pause
you could
was.
literally Google it sitting right next to me if you wanted to. Are there taste buds in your rectum? And
Aren't there
I think
taste
it's like
buds on your
10% of people or
testicles as well?
something said that they can like taste from if something goes inward. I mean, you can look it up. Hey, but I guess like people that have like bidets and stuff, I guess like they can like taste
I'm gonna
the
Google that right now.
weirdness in the water and stuff. You call me out on it, bro.
So it says here, generative AI is experimental. Info quality may vary. Taste receptors are found all over the body, including the anus. The gastrointestinal tract uses similar taste receptors to the tongue to sense basic tastes. Huh. And here we go. Also, there you go. Testicles also
Wow.
have taste buds.
Wow,
Yep.
there you go.
Cool. Same thing. Yeah. Not surprised. So,
Jesus,
do you-
Louises.
do you think that flavored suppositories is going to become the new craze or like the next big thing?
No, so it's real funny. We had somebody come into the dispensary once, and right next to or right above the suppository, or right below the suppository list, there was like some gummies or something. But suppositories,
But it was cut off, right?
yeah, it
Because
was
that's how
weird.
it was back
Well,
in the day.
So it said suppositories, and then like it just went on, and there was like one set of suppositories, but then below it, it said like blueberry gummies or something, and like the guy was like, "Can you please explain to me why you would need a blueberry suppository?" And I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "Why are you guys selling blueberry suppositories?" And I was like, "We don't, dude. I don't know what is going on here. You don't eat the suppositories, bro." He was like, "No, like, bro." He's like, "Look, it says it right here." And then he like, yeah, I swear to God, he was like, "Look right here, it says suppository." And I started dying. I'm like, it did look like maybe we could have had blueberry suppositories, but anyway, we don't. They didn't. I've never had a flavored one. Yeah. Anywho, it's real. You know that this. You can look it up yourself.
Flavored suppositories. Are they a good idea? The Elevated News Podcast with two dope dudes answers.
That's fucking awesome.
That's awesome, right?
Please let me get some comments
Yeah.
about positive or negative on the flavored
Flavored
suppositories.
suppositories.
Yeah.
Let's.
What flavor do you want
Yeah.
to see?
What? Yeah. Actually, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Best flavor and No, I don't want to do worst flavor. Best flavored suppository wins. I don't know, wins something.
I think watermelon, because putting the actual real watermelon in your ass would be it'd be a lot tougher. So a watermelon flavored suppository would be an easier way to actually consume the watermelon instead of. You can cut that out if we
Fair,
need to.
fair.
A coconut would be rough too. That some
Yeah.
is rough on the outside.
Yeah, you got to be like, yeah, you gotta know. That's cool. Yeah, I think that's our episode. Flavored, we can't top that.
Flavored suppositories.
Flavored suppositories. As always, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Smoke weed every day. Peace.
Later.
Yo, ding dong, we're done here. Time to go.